Hello and welcome, my friends. Hambbage here once again, and ready for some more hardcore vanilla Minecraft. Let's get playing. Toehold on eternity, here we come. Yeah, hope everybody's weekend is zipping right along nicely. I am recording this episode right on the back end of the previous one, so for me, 10, 15 minutes or so is all the break that I took and haven't even uploaded that episode. For you guys, this should be going up sometime on Sunday morning. And I'll tell you right now, depending on how this goes out and what weather and everything is doing tomorrow, may or may not be the only episode on Sunday. So check that. Could be a fun multi-episode day. I haven't done one in a while. I've kind of been settled into a one-a-day routine, which is nice for all the obvious reasons, but for me, but it really reflects more my availability and time to play. Time to play the game. Glad I got multiple rockets going there. So we'll see what we got here. All right, this time we'll try to be a little smarter. Those are not torches. I promise I will finish my thought here in a second. So, yeah, for me, this is still Saturday afternoon, but I know I have okay, this is interesting. I have time right now. I'm not sure if I will through the as much tomorrow. It's really windy today. Kind of broken clouds, like off and on. Sometimes it seems like a dark, kind of gloomy day, and then other times the sun is just like, wow, okay. And in part, I'm sure that is the wind. It's when there aren't clouds, the air is very clean of particles or anything like that. So no pollution or anything hanging around. But not the most easy to get out and enjoy. And I think it's supposed to improve quite a bit tomorrow. But then I thought it was supposed to be pretty nice today too. I didn't realize we were going to get quite this much wind. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be spending more time outside, and of course NFL stuff. We'll see how those games play out. I'm not even sure what time my personal most interesting team, the Broncos, is playing, or the team I personally have the most interest in, I guess would be the correct speech there. But regardless, keeps options open, and it may well be that I do have another episode or two coming up tomorrow. I do like to play as often as I can, but also kind of want to play it safe, right? There are the rest of my day today is filled up with University of Colorado sports stuff. They have a basketball game starting at 4 o'clock, which I'm not going to in person. And then because that immediately hooks into their football game at 7 o'clock tonight. Even the they have one main broadcaster guy for both the football and basketball teams. Different color people for the two sports, so they have former players or whatever to, kind of offer insight, and he's just the voice, right? Kind of a different set of skills there, actually. But it I heard in a post game for one of them that he's saying like it's kind of too bad and unusual that the team would get put in the situation where their games are so close together. Normally, um, the schools won't even put a basketball game on a Saturday when there's football going in the fall until football season's over. Oh. But don't mind that. This year or this weekend, for whatever reason, I guess it happens to everybody at times. They just ended up being scheduled back to back, and I don't know. It's early season. This is only the second basketball game, and I have season tickets, but they're really pretty cheap for a full season. And it's kind of like, it's middle of the afternoon. Ironically, the game in the week was, it's like at 8 o'clock start time. That means you don't get back till 11. It's the middle of the week. That's going to be weird. So it just haven't been up there in a while, and it's kind of like, okay, I just need the motivation to get back up, and then I'll be back into it. But for now, it's like, oh yeah, take your kids, go use my ticket so you can take your whole family to one of my buddies. And I guess, just to be sure, we're headed the right way, going north. And again, this is pretty loose. Turtle Island. Desert. So yeah, I'm here, but I kind of knew, if you go up like that, it's like, okay, well, you want to carpool, and then, okay, well, we got to coordinate everything by the time you get back down and fight with traffic and all that kind of stuff. That the football game's halfway over, and while that may be maybe a blessing this year, depending on which team shows up, it's still like the chance to be around for both. So I'm gonna get this recorded now while I know I've got the time, and then have the option to add more on tomorrow. And if we get lucky and find this thing, that would probably, I don't know, it could play either way. We'll just see what I'm feeling tomorrow. Might be nice to take a day and step away for a minute. It might be nice to power through, and if we get the biome, then look to that last mob not in the hostile mob sense, but in the animal for breeding, or just pick it back up at the beginning of next week. So we'll see what we do. Don't think the ice is a real good indicator of mushrooms. I guess I can get back up a little bit. Teasing me with those trees, or those mushroom trees. I think we swung far enough to where this is new. I mean, it's got to be, right? So it's worth a look for mansions, but that's a bit of a false temptation. If there's ocean over here and our main priority is getting mushroom biome, which should be, we can definitely go set up the Woodland Mansion map or Woodland Explorer, whatever it is, and get that so we don't have to do a fly around blindly looking for that. That's the normal process. And we never got to do one that way in I think I'm going to break north. Got more dark forest. know what this is all about. Yeah, we never really got the chance to show the following the map. I mean, we all know how to follow the map to the sunken treasures, but or buried treasure maps from the same concept, just much bigger map, much more far away. But trading for it and everything is a thing to do. Well, this seems pretty safe. We're still just constantly kind of working our way north. If we can find some more ocean, we'll gravitate to it. And at this point, if it's swamp or plains, I'm going to go hang to the plains to look for villages and to have a dry place to sleep at night. Oh, perfect. We get both. Almost down. We'll come right on over. Don't fall in the ravine or that cave. Preview for calico cats. See stars coming. All right, there we go. So we'll do a quick tour here. It's a cool little setting for a village. I love it when it's, where like 3 different biomes come together. Always fun. Although if you're trying to, build out a village or anything, the dark forest is it's the hi. I would tame you just for the fun of it, but you're not the cat I'm looking for. That's a flower, not a cat. Come on, Hambbage. This is where it gets dangerous for trying to develop villages with dark forest in them. They're cool and they're fun, but can definitely have some problems with creepers. All right, well, like I said, quick look. Combine these. Lots of different forest biomes here. Flower forest, birch, spruce, taiga. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Plains and swamp, so you'd have all the trees and all those flowers. That would be a cool. If you found yourself starting a world like right on this bay, if this is a bay, how great would that be? Okay, so a little limited. More dark forest. That is a cool area. I know what I said, guys, but I can't help myself. I just gotta look. We'll try to keep it moving north and just cut a swath. Swath, what a good word. Just enough forward momentum so we don't stall out. Alright. Come on, water, don't end. It's like the old choose your own adventure books, right? You don't know which way to go sometimes, but you just gotta pick one and see. default to desert here. Anybody remember what the, like, round coordinates of our base are? Just general. Oh, we might be, it's going up. Oh, because we're a little bit off course somehow. It's alright. Little minor detour, right? North. North it is. That looks swampy. Grassy, swampy. This is just the mockery of the fact that we were looking so hard for a swamp, really. Birch. Portal, no gold. Plains, birches. Tall birch, I think. Tall birch hills. Those do not show on the... who's it? The advancement. The birch variants. You know, it's just kind of arbitrary, right? It's like cake is not on the list of foods to eat. So I guess we can kind of demo this a little bit. So if we level off, and now just kind of try to keep it moving, not in a dive, and watch the biomes there, we can sort of just shoot over some of this stuff that's not too interesting to us. Unfortunately, it means we lose the chance for towns. And I'm going to pause real quick. Negative 34, negative 2285. So we're about 8,000 blocks, and that's from base, not spawn. Spawn is 241.23, just small numbers right there around zero. So basically 0, 0 will get us back to spawn. Base is negative 34, 2285. So close enough on the X that we will see all of our footprint easily enough, and then another 6152 and another 2200 and change. So lots to go. Just pretty much north. And I think, you know, it's worth showing it for our stages there for a thing. And if we see desert, ocean, the dark forest, I guess, is one to look at. Mesa, awesome as it is, the Mesa's not quite as engaging as either of the others. Although, again, that's likely going to mean the presence of some water. Mesa, like the mushroom, tends to get some boundary with water. Usually. It doesn't have to. There's no Specifics there. Horses, planes. Village. Should check the village. Mix it up. Gone quite a ways here. Ooh, look at this cool little plane. For our like farm thing, how great a setup would that be with surrounding canyon? So good. Oh, gotta be careful on those. It's way better to turn back than to try to nose up stop. We need this, and let's lose that. I know it's been. Sometimes I just tune it out, as I'm sure you guys have noticed. There's been episodes where like 10 minutes go by. Oh, suppose we can get rid of the debug screen now. Um, kind of forgot. Oh, I'm supposed to be scared of you. Shh. I'm scared of you. Give me a fish. Leave it. Leave it at my little house. Um, yeah, I'm not seeing too much here. Cool little town. I don't know about the swamp on this end. Handy access to slimes. That's a sheep. I'll just come back up to the plains here, kind of make the full loop. Looking off to the right. Alright, well, we tried. Ooh, top those off. Desert into Mesa. Oh, now we get going and sun's going down. Temple, village, ocean, something. Come on, game. Swamp. Not mushroom. It's like that jump bed stick. That's how we do. All right. Let's do a quick glance to make sure. Yep, still going north. All right, up nice and high. Nothing great there. We'll come out this way a little bit. Totally out of our way, and we could have a trek if we use up these rockets and don't end up back home. One of the things those I don't know what they call it. I should know. I've heard it in other streams and videos and all that. Like seed decoder or spawn locator or whatever that tell you the various biomes and things around. And kind of take away that myth of the game is trying to spite you as you're traveling, keeping biomes away because obviously you can decode the code and it's basically using the seed will tell you how the algorithm is going to then build out from that. However that is, I don't know. I don't care to. For me that feels like work, not game. At that point, you're digging into things that you certainly can enjoy. The modding is the obvious, like, yeah, it's awesome that it's there and people can go in and interpret it, and this stuff definitely helps that out. Um, I'd just like to be able to hold on to my ignorance and curse the game and the Minecraft spirits when they won't give me what I want. But not having known in advance that, oh yeah, if you just go uh, 4 biomes out in one direction, you will get to such and such. You are not Calico. Now, is this part of the same? Why can't be all antisocial house? I know this is a different biome and everything, but that high, like, artificially tall structure reminds me of the house where we found the igloo in Slow Cooker and got our first dogs. Well, I see a lot of our cats, which is nice. They're all hanging out, coming along with us. But they haven't seemed to be able to scare up any. That's not what I was trying to do. You're still facing north. Any Calico friends? Ocean ahead, though. And like the swamp, it's more memorable and it feels better when you have a long hunt and find it. It leaves that feeling of accomplishment you just can't get. No matter what, when you know something is going to be this way, and you can play games with yourself, and oh yeah, which way am I going to go? That kind of stuff. I wouldn't misrepresent myself to an audience for that. I know some people act all shocked. Oh, there it is! I can't believe I found it. To me, that just seems a little. Why bother? Like I get the audience kind of gravitates to the shocking and the high drama and all that, but is there really drama when you're just pretending to be surprised? Hey, maybe you're working an acting gig in the background or something, but to me, I love putting the YouTubes up there, and I'm glad that some of you guys are enjoying them. Uh, but I just like playing Minecraft. I've been doing it long before I ever started this, and unless the unforeseen shit happen or something, I plan to be doing it for a long, long time to come. And so why do something other than play the game the way I love it for you guys? I was thinking about the same thing with Skyrim, as I mentioned. I'd kind of on the side. I recently, it kind of gotten, I'm not famous for, but in my own mind, I know it's my style to start a character, right, a world, or however you want to call it, play it to a certain point, and then kind of move on to something else. Life gets in the way. And rather than picking it back up, I just come back months later and start fresh, go on again. So you end up the knock on any of those awesome and Skyrim is a great game. So is Fallout 4. I can't. Wow. Yeah, it was Fallout 4. Well, in 5, right? And there was 76. It was Fallout 4, then 76, I think. Or was Vegas 4? Whatever. Both of those games are awesome. I love them. But in terms of pure replayability, one of the big knocks that you don't get with Minecraft in the same way is that in Minecraft, yeah, the starting game is going to be similar, but you're not doing the same walk, between the various dungeons or whatever. You just don't know, and feeds back into the using the seed to determine what kind of terrain you're going to have around your spawn point, I'd rather, and some people rightly say, again, it's Minecraft. It's a sandbox. You can play it however you want. I'm not dissing on people that don't. Just for me and trying to explain my mentality going into the game. Um, that replayability is not knowing. Excuse me. Is constantly having to adapt when you start and you don't have as I've shown slow cooker right out of the gate. Long hike to get to any kind of water where we could boat and get villagers close by and all the stuff that I use in my play style to get to this point. Um, I like that. I think that keeps the game interesting when you do have in hardcore when you know you're going to be restarting a lot because you ultimately will die. What's that? What's going to keep you coming back? And in the any of those AAA games, I just happen to have played those two the most, but it can be any of those. They have deep, rich worlds. Bethesda in particular does an amazing job of adding so much life to their world. The books, or in Fallout, the terminals. Oh my goodness, the yawns are hitting hard, and all the interrelated lore, the stories around the characters and how they might have interacted in past, present, future. In Skyrim, it's gods and all this history that they build in the game, which for me as a history guy is amazing. Um, totally makes the effort of going back through the early game again and again amazing because you do get new and different little bits that present themselves as you go. So that's really cool. But oh boy, I do just find myself comparing everything to Minecraft, and in this, obviously there's nothing like the combat. You don't have all that, but I think from what it started as to what it's grown to be, Minecraft has done an amazing job of incorporating lots of those little pieces that other games struggle to make the independent mechanics fit into the gameplay. Minecraft, that is the gameplay and all of that lore and everything. You get to make it as you see fit. What makes sense to you? How do you like it? So that's why I love this game. Come on, we're wasting time, and we lost our ocean. Should look. Wow, we got a long way of those 6,000 blocks by doing that high level flight. Oh, is that the Enderman? Dude, I wasn't even reading the message. I'm just like waiting for nighttime. What I was gonna do is check the wings are getting beat up. I guess that's a good thing we're almost back. So we still have about 3,000 blocks to go north, and then we're going to want to cut back more to the east now. And at some point, we will start to catch overlap with stuff we have explored on foot or, in past missions out in this area. The desert with our where we did our village raid, our sand mine, all that stuff is kind of in this direction. Oh man, come on. I'm saying this game because you should know what these chunks contain. Why are we suddenly getting so difficult? Looks like river. I think this may actually be suspect a spawn area. We just go over the top of it. No, it was at like 0, right? Oh no, going east. It's the swamp we never found. Ooh, mountains. Forest. Swamp. Forest. This should be our forest, I think. Oh no, we still got a ways to go. What am I thinking? This might be the desert we've already... You see torches down there? Yep. Okay, there's our village. That was the village where we did the raid. There's the thing. And we're home. But sadly, no mushrooms. But I think we'll focus on making it home safely and tuning our wings back up so we can be ready to hit it again. Oh, was that the end of all rockets? No, a few left for controlled flight. Close enough now that this should be... There we go. Oh, beautiful barn. It would be horrible if we if we ended it all by crashing into it as it loaded. Oh, home sweet home. In theory, we could have flown to the spawner, but let's do this. I think we can kind of do a preliminary sort while we're there. What's our time? 39. Yep, we should be able to fully repair, have everything set to throw into chests when we get back, and be ready to start off on our next adventure as quickly as possible. And I can't feel bad. We did some cool stuff. We found a few temples. Our cats were beyond belief. So good there. But now waiting on that last one. You know, it's always, the last one is always the hardest to find, right? Like, when did you stop looking? Well, when I found it. But, I don't like that droppy feeling. This world does that all too often. Alright, these guys are going to have to load for a bit. I guess we could go to the end, but we just haven't been here in so long. It's kind of appealing to come and hang out. Let's throw down some chests here. We really didn't come away with very much sand, did we? I was thinking we could make some TNT out of it, but just for the moment, put some gunpowder back. Random, random, random. This is all probably that we can actually process here. Apples can go in there. Here, that's what I was looking for. It seemed like a lot of XP for one little book. Man, I don't even remember where we kept everything. We have a sword here with no knockback. Just for this purpose. What I have to remember to do is... I think, you know, we've used the other one without too much issue, but... while it may not take our world if we had a creeper disaster here, it definitely could get difficult. Let's go over here. I think we're doing okay on sugarcane. We may, just depending on if we run out of stuff to do, we may end up harvesting it, but I just kind of want to pull gunpowder back to base. That way, if we need it for rockets or if we need it for TNT, whatever, we can have some on hand. That was it for the gunpowder. How are these various ones doing? I got some bone. Not as excited about that. I really don't care about those too much. Good as time as any to pull back all the random stuff. Just, wow. So we had at one point completely filled that up, probably while we were processing. And we've got, I think, lots and lots of sugarcane. Well, nothing is too universally filled, but good mix. Nothing there. Top those off. Definitely stuff for the random box. Potato. Alright, how we doing, creepers? Close to done on half of it. Do we have a bed that just lives here? Can't remember. Yeah, over here, right? guessing these stoves were from when we were, well, we got full blocks of doing some, oh, maybe we were cooking glass? I can't remember what we, that was early. That was a big luxury to have that much block coal at that point. So we can do that, which makes sorting further less of a deal. I don't know how long that was fixed. It was just me and the creeper doing battle. Should we just top this off now that I've done all this? Here. Now remember, I've gone ballistic on this before. Don't use the book to craft your rockets because it will try to balance your gunpowder. And if you have partial stacks, it'll actually make those rockets not as, if you set it up as flight 3 and then click do them all, it will try to load those up with flight duration 1 or 2. So watch out. It kind of messes with your inventory. It's not awful. Depending on what you want to do with the rockets too. If you want to then convert them into fireworks, it may be a perfect thing. But all right, we're doing pretty well. Let's. How many more do we need? Oh, just 3? 3 and just a tiny bit of change, but we won't worry about that. Good use of time while we're just waiting on those creepers to come down. And working pretty well still. Oh, how many of those did I break with the knockback sword? I've got the special sword. Here, let's just do this. I'm never going to use... I'm going to hit the button every time instead of scrolling to the sword. Fortunately, they should all be one hits, and the creepers especially. Really just avoiding the game getting funky on us. I'll leave the... Do we need that? It's been a long time since we've looked at any clothing stuff. Okay. You guys back. Does it make sense to have paper back at the base, or should I leave it here? And what's the place? Right here. We'll find that again. Someday. It's always random paper. I still have cane as well. Zombie, you're quite loud in there. Just want you to know. Zombies. Okay, we're close. Yeah, let's just go do this because we can. And I think there was a while back, a long while back, I posted a video that I think was just dead air. I don't think I had the mic on or would pop in and just occasionally comment. Where I was like, yeah, skip it. But I was doing enchanting or repairs or something and just needed a bunch of XP, and I just did laps, letting the sugarcane grow and harvesting it while the creepers, every few laps I'd go clear out all the creepers, get all the XP I needed. And if you're one of those people that sees the big machine type builds and tries to replicate them, you can. But I think that puts a lot of people off of trying hardcore or hard mode in survival or anything like that, because a lot of the people that do those have been playing for a long time, and they downplay it and all that, but they're pretty good. Or you get YouTube where a lot of that can be compressed down. Oh yeah, I'm just throwing this together, it's just working like this, and all the trial and error and stuff, it doesn't make it on camera, and you get really frustrated and beat down. I've got a few farms I'd like to try that I've either built once or twice or never. But this is one that I'm a huge fan of for getting started. It's multi-purpose, and if you're going to be AFK, hey, that's how I used to use it. I never had this sugarcane around the bottom of it, but if you're not going to be AFK, it lets you be productive while the mobs are doing their thing and getting ready for you to do another collection. We have a good alternative to that in the Enderman out in the end, and kind of carving out the bottoms of those posts and fighting them for XP. I don't know if one or the other is particularly faster. If we build the better Enderman farm, by far, that's the XP. Tough to beat, but this works, and it works without, there's a lot of building, but it's not overly complex, and there's some chances for death, especially the first few times you do it, until you've done it enough to, okay, I know when the dangerous parts are coming, and have done this in the past to make sure I don't die as a result. We've still had some incidents. Note, we're in, what world are we in? 17, I think. So yeah, it's still hardcore. It's still tough. All right, we have both our wings. How is everything else looking? The armor, of course, is all good as well. I don't think we're going to waste any time on the tools. Let's go put this back. Wherever. Grab that. Put this back. Put this back. And then we'll go. I didn't really factor in time. I think we were at 30. Wow, look at all those guests. You're going to be a waste. Oh. Come on. Game. Don't you put him. Every time. Oh, I'm going to go under the lava so that you have to deal with me. Okay, these are the ones that I want, though, because they're maybe not over the lava. Well, it looks like they're getting there. It's more fun than sorting gear anyway, right? Look at them just sitting over that pool. Don't do that. What? What are you doing? Trying to hunt ghasts here. Alright, are you two? Still. That's why they're not shooting at me, though, I bet. That's some kind of weird. Right over the lava. Oh. I like that one, though. Yeah, that one was definitely. What? I thought we were done here. Anything, or was he... See an XP bulb. Gunpowder. Deer. Alright, well that makes this expedition kind of worthwhile. Nothing else. I heard one more. Is that it way over there? Okay, which way's home? I'm totally turned around. We just came up from here, right? So here? There we go. You're way too far. Oh, that was awful. I would have warmed up if I'd known. Oh, come on. I should really modify all this so we can... Where did he go? Y'all see any... Oh, forgot. I didn't realize that there could be piglins. Here we go. XP. Nothing? Ended up in the open lava or just didn't drop anything? Well, we got one, so... Not bad. And no idea on the time. We'll get the sword up, though, just in case, and I'm not going to sip on coffee. $58.55. Perfect planning, right? Let's go get this slime. Oh, he's running away. Scared. You're scared. I should be turning off the game right now. Thanking everybody. You guys are awesome. You know, your comments are always appreciated. Subscribe or look for the tweets to know when the latest videos are coming up. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay awesome. I think, we'll see how it goes. No more today, so this one will be, as far as I know, the only one going in on Sunday. But watch that Twitter subscriptions because I may have some coming later in the day, depending on if I get the itch or get sucked into football and being outside and doing non-computery stuff. So you guys rock. Take care. I said it all already. We'll see you next time. Bye now.